waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Hit that like button on your way in the building. Gotta have us a little conversation, man. Gotta have us a little conversation. Media keeps pushing Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson, the Miami Dolphins. Why? We're going to talk about that and more. But before we do, hit that like button. We got 100 people already in here. Come on, let's get 100 likes. Let's get 100 likes. Somebody said for clicks, obviously. Is it clicks? Let me ask you something. When somebody does something for, first of all, I'm going to tell you something. When somebody does something for clicks, it means that you're putting something out there that a lot of people want. So they click on it in hopes that it's true. So I want to ask you this, because when people say, oh, it's for clicks, then that means there's a market there for the clicks. There's a market of people that's actually wanting the same thing. So let me go ahead and start this show off with the poll. And let me put in the comment section, Rodgers or Lamar over Tua. And I'll yes or no it. I want to know, would you want Rodgers or Lamar over Tua right now? And you can fill the poll out. Because you might be right. It might just be clicks. But typically when people do things for clicks, it simply means whatever they're doing for clicks, there's a lot of people that actually want it. There's a lot of people that actually want it. There's a high desire for it. If I did a video, I mean, not me, but if the media came out right now and said, should the Dolphins re-sign Josh Rosen? Nobody will click on it because they wouldn't even waste their time. Zero interest, and it's ridiculous. So if they're doing it for clicks, there's a reason why it's click worthy. Just interesting, something I thought I should bring up. So far, 83% say yes, 17% say no. Okay. All right, we already got a donation, the first one of the day from the homie Twain Wilkerson. Salute to you. Let's see here. TD, your boy Doug tripping, saying Tua made Tyreek and Waddle great this season. Doug is my boy, but I definitely would disagree with that one. Tua made Tyreek and Waddle great this season. Wow. That's an interesting one. Yeah, I would totally disagree with that one. Wow. Hey, salute to the homie. So I'm guessing Tua is still on the team for now. Yes, he is, Batman Pops. So let's talk about the media and the pushing of Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson to the Miami Dolphins and why. First of all, I could have gung-ho just like Deshaun Watson and been pushing this. Because you notice I haven't been pushing Lamar or Aaron to Miami. I just been saying you crazy if you're going to pick up an option and stuff. I haven't been pushing any narrative. I haven't been pushing anybody. If you've noticed that over the last 3 weeks, I haven't been pushing. Now, I've told you where I stand and what I would do if I had a choice, but I haven't been pushing it. So I've been a spectator. I've been listening to everybody else's opinion. And I must admit, I've heard some very interesting ones lately. One that was very intriguing starts out with the fact that if Tua is the guy in Miami and you do believe in him long term, why haven't they picked up the option or why haven't they given him his contract extension yet? It's really simple. It's a piece of paper that needs to be signed. There's no requirement from the NFL saying you have to wait till this date or that day. They could do whatever they want with Tua Tagovailoa right now. But why are they waiting? Why is Mike McDaniel saying it'll do us best to use all the time? Why? If you are walking around here saying that he's your guy and you believe in him long term, what's the holdup? What is the holdup? What's standing in the way? I think they're still negotiating. Really? You really think they're still negotiating? It could be a reason, though. It could be a reason. But come on, he's the future. He's the future. He's the guy. If you believe in him, you just give him his money. What is there to negotiate? I know he ain't asking for $50 million. What is there to really negotiate? Clauses in the contract, maybe. If you get hurt, you don't get this. I mean, I don't know. But what is there? This deal could have already have been done. It could have already have been done. But I get it. I get it, though. I think the Miami Dolphins truly are exploring all options. It's just that now I'm not going to be gung-ho about it. Now I'm gonna be gung-ho. I'm not gonna be gung-ho about it. Now, I knew somebody was going to say that, and it's very interesting, and I'm going to break it down. Somebody just said, has Herbert or Burrow been extended yet? And they make a good point by saying that. But let me show you where it doesn't matter about them. We already know they will be. Their team already said no matter what, they will be. They have come out and said, we will get a deal done with them long term. Chris Greer came out a few days ago. I mean, I can't lie. I am concerned about the injuries. How, like, Chris Greer sat on a podium and gave the biggest contradiction ever. I can't lie. I am concerned about the injuries, but the injuries won't stop us from giving, exploring a long-term deal. I ain't gonna lie. I am concerned about the injuries, but injuries aren't gonna stop us from exploring a long-term deal. Then why are you concerned or you're not? It makes absolutely no sense. So Chris Greer came out and didn't give any assurances on we are going to keep our guy long term. But Herbert and Burrow, they can get their extension. We don't care about when they get their extension because we already know they're going to get it. It ain't no question about it. There's no question about it. But the Miami Dolphins, on the other hand, coming out here, we would do best using the entire time to evaluate, our decision, whatever. Showing you love, brother. Salute to you, R. Keith. Love you, brother. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Jimmy said, TD, my super chat, please. Oh, I ain't see you send. Oh, there we go, Jimmy. My bad, homie. He say, I say pick up the option, and if he fails this season, we trade Waddle, Phillips, and Holland on their final year, and Tua is our tank commander in 2024. No, you can't afford that. You can't afford that. And y'all have to understand, we're not going to have those tank seasons anymore. This offense is so quarterback friendly. People underestimate how quarterback friendly this offense is. Max protect in a lot of cases, two-man routes, sending somebody in motion. And people say, if it's so quarterback friendly, then why doesn't everybody do it? Because this system also doesn't require all the throws that need to be made. This system is derived to try to stretch the field over the top, try to stretch the field going across the middle, deep middle, and intermediate middle. This system has zero design for outside the numbers typically. Rare catches outside the numbers. You just think about it. Think about our whole offensive system. How many throws did you really see outside the numbers? It's quarterback friendly. So I do get, though, why the media is pushing the Aaron Rodgers Lamar Jackson to Miami Dolphins, right? What is all the media saying? You put Lamar Jackson in Miami, you got the fastest team in the NFL. They'll instantly go to Super Bowl contenders, if not favorites. Is everybody not saying that? But I want to ask y'all, do you think that if the Miami Dolphins did go get Lamar Jackson, that we'd instantly be contenders? Would we instantly be contenders? Let me put it in the comment section. Lamar, we are instant. And let me poll that. It's important for me to pull this to get to my point. All right, y'all take the poll real quick. I want to see where your heads are. Y'all hit the like button on your way in, by the way. Still ain't got 100 likes. We got over 200 people watching. If we got Lamar Jackson, are we instant contenders? Somebody says still need O-line help. You got Lamar Jackson. That's why you're bringing him in. You don't need a perfect O-line. You got it wrong. Still need O-line help. No, he can make up for the difference. That's the point. Man, send Lamar to NFC. Don't get scared, G-Money. Don't get scared. The Browns ain't going to be able to contend if he come to Miami. What up, Vonjo? T. Jones said he can't run forever, and he ain't got to run forever. This line ain't that bad to where the quarterback got to run forever. Y'all see that now. When Armstead healthy, Connor and Hunt on the field, this line ain't bad. It could be better, but it ain't bad. But obviously, Lamar, we are instant. People say yes. Now, I got to try the same thing with Rodgers. Rodgers, instant. Oh, I spelled his name wrong. Now I put Rodgers in there. Are we instant? Instant contenders? Yes or no? TD, with Lamar, we win the division for a long while. Can't debate. Hard to debate that. Every bad thing you say about Lamar is the same with Tua, except we know Lamar will ball. We know Lamar will ball. He'll play on an MVP caliber level for a full season. At the end of the day, I agree. It's all about Lamar's mobility. That's what makes him so special. To get out of a tough situation and turn it into a 60-yard touchdown. To get out of a tough situation and throw on the run. To be able to do those electric, explosive things. And that's the thing about Tua's game that nobody talks about. Nothing is explosive. Nothing is explosive. It may be good, but nothing is explosive. It's not even exciting, to be honest with you. It's more so hold your breath and hopeful. And when it works, yes. Nothing is electric. Nothing is off the chart, you know? All right, so obviously there's more sentiment with Lamar, even though Rodgers is favorable, but very less favorable in this community, okay? That's what I'm seeing on the poll. Real quick, let me handle these super chats. G Money said Miami not going to do anything. If that's the case, Deshaun Watson would be a Dolphin. Any upgrade, make y'all contenders. Y'all got a Super Bowl team with a piss poor QB. Time will tell, bro. Time will tell. Man, that's tough, though. Zach said, TD, do you watch Barry Cunningham at all? No, I don't know who Barry Cunningham is. That like a beat writer for the Dolphins? I don't know who Barry Cunningham is. And if I should know him, I'm sorry. Just, put me on. I don't know. If I'm supposed to, like, how does TD not know Barry Cunningham? Okay, well, if I'm supposed to know, put me on so I don't sound crazy. All right. I like Barry Cunningham. Okay, so who is he? I gotta tell me. Dolphin YouTuber. A Dolphin YouTuber? I definitely don't know. I'll have to check it out. For matter of fact, let me write it down. Barry Cunningham. He is that the name of his YouTube, Barry Cunningham? Okay, I'll check him out, y'all. Barry is a two-a-near. That's all right. When is the last time you've seen a top 5 scoring offense? How about we focus on our bottom of the half defense we had? Focus on the bottom of the half defense that we had. Okay. We'll focus on the bottom half defense that we had. All right. Let's see here. One thing I will say about that, though, is that's the whole point of giving Tua a contract extension and big money. You're going to suffer somewhere. It's no different from the Chiefs. You know, their defense gives up points, just like that Super Bowl game. It doesn't matter how good the defense is. Sometimes you're just not going to be able to stop the other powerful offense, whose offense is going to be better. That's what it typically will come down to. But we definitely need to focus on the defense. But at the same token, I can't get over the fact that no matter how good our offense was last year, it was disappointing in the fact that we left too many touchdowns on the field. And I know most people don't recognize that, but at the quarterback position, we left a lot of touchdowns on the field. I am not exaggerating, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you 80% of Tua Tagovailoa's deep balls are underthrown. 80%. It's funny when people pick 3 of them for the whole year that ain't underthrown and use those as the highlights. 80% of his deep balls are underthrown. And the receiver has a step. He has separation. And it ain't no back shoulder situation. %. Philo said TD is a toxic Miami fan, honestly. You know what toxicity is? People that exercise insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, hoping for a different result. That's what's toxic. I'm the Dolphin fan pushing for change. I'm the Dolphin fan advocating for better. I'm the Dolphin fan that want to actually win a Super Bowl. So if that takes me having to say that X should have been traded 3 years ago and his play is declining, if that takes me saying that my quarterback doesn't bring the most out of this team, if that means I have to tell y'all we ain't got no real running game, then so be it. If you want to call that toxic, then you can live in your own ignorance all you want. Stay in it, bathe in it, sleep in it. Sleep in your own ignorance. If that's what you call toxic, then you stay untoxic and keep on wondering, why are we losing? Why do we keep losing? Why? And the answer is right in front of you. You just, once again, want to live in your ignorance. Y'all got PTSD from Tannehill that y'all not even giving Tua a chance and can't use concussions as injury prone and shouldn't have played his rookie year. Oh, let me unpack this. Okay, let me go backwards. Shouldn't have played his rookie year. Why shouldn't he have played his rookie year? Doctors, his personal doctors and NFL doctors cleared him and said he is 100% healthy from his hip injury. His rookie year, every doctor cleared him and said he was 100% healthy. Then when he started playing like trash, people started that narrative, it's the hip, it's not fully healed. Y'all got to stop with these excuses for him. He was 100% fully healed, and when you start seeing trash play and 6 interceptions in practice, you start saying he still hasn't recovered from his hip. You even went on to use that same excuse for year 2. The hip still ain't 100. Year 2. These are facts. Now let's go. Let's keep going. And can't use concussions as a injury prone. No, let's get something straight. Concussions are not regular injuries. People keep on muddying the information. So I heard somebody say this the other day. He didn't get an injury with his body. He got an injury in his brain. Those are two different things. Lamar Jackson gets injuries with his body. Tua got an injury in his brain. Stop making them seem like the same thing. They aren't injuries. I mean, that is different. This ain't the sprained ankle. This ain't even the ACL. This is the brain. That's where his bruising and hurt came. That's even worse. 10 times worse. And the last thing, PTSD from Tannehill. I'm one of the main ones that'll admit I got PTSD from Ryan Tannehill. Because I did what all y'all 2 years out here doing right now, lived in my delusion, making every excuse for him. It's the old line. It's the lack of receivers. Give him time, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I was the Tannehill. The difference between me and y'all, I learned from my mistakes. I'm not finna go through that again. I'm not finna praise nobody until they absolutely earn it. I'm not finna sit here and say, oh, Tua's that dude until he come out there and show he is. And has he yet? No. And if you want to count the Lions, the Bears, and Browns as him showing, that's sad. That's honestly sad. 40 NFL games and you can count on less than 8. 40 NFL games, roughly, he almost started, and you probably can count 8 at best. 8. Lions, Bears, Browns, Cardinals, Ravens. And I had to go deep in the vault to find the other 3. Thank you, Sweet Jumps. TD learned from QB simping. Biggest Tannehill simp there was. Now we don't do nothing but live around Tua simps. Act like they go home to Tua every day. It's sad. Some people act like they literally pull up in the driveway and go home to Tua every day. Honey, I'm home. How's your head? No headaches? You feeling good? Oh, okay. Great. All right. It's ridiculous, man. And no, I'm not a Tua lover, but giving him a chance, at least with better coaching, everything anyone had said Tua can't do, he done it better the next year. No. See, this is where people miss it. Nobody's stopping Tua from having a chance. And let's stop this better coaching crap. You went out and you paid for half your O-line. You went out and bought the biggest name receiver in the game. That ain't coaching. That's buying success. You want to know what real coaching is? Hunter Long should have been already ready to take Mike Gesicki's spot. That's real coaching. Liam Eichenberg and Austin Jackson, we shouldn't even have a question about them right now. That's real coaching. That is real coaching. Noah Igbenogany should have at least been average at this point. That's coaching. You ain't coached Tua up. All you did is win and got him a little bit more time to throw the ball and weapons that's going to get the ultimate separation so he can have wide open receivers. Nobody ever questioned Tua's accuracy in the zone coverage. I've been saying it for 3 years. You play zone against Tua, he going to destroy you. You man-to-man bump and run, send pressure, he looked like trash, and nothing changed. Nothing's changed. Absolutely nothing. He done it better. No, what was around him allowed him to do it better. It's common sense. It's common sense. You go put Tyreek Hill over there in New England. Wack Jones is going to have better numbers. I don't care if it's 30 more yards a year. It's going to be better numbers. There is a factor to that. But that's all right. Y'all can be blinded thinking that Tua made the jump. Then where was that jump against the 49ers? When they took the middle of the field away and Mike McDaniel went in his adjustments and start calling out routes and they were wide open and you wouldn't even throw the ball. When the first play of the game, you have a 70, 80-yard touchdown and that held down 70% of all your stats. And people say, when you really look at the stats in San Francisco, he actually didn't play that bad with the first play. Where was all that better versus the Chargers? When they took away what I just told you they gave him, Armstead wouldn't there to save him? And they took Tyreek Hill and Waddle out of the game. Where was that better? There's your answer right there. He looked better this year because Tyreek and Waddle went off. And when the defense finally said, okay, well, maybe we need to stop worrying about Tua and take them away and put him back in the situation he was in last year when he didn't have them. And he looked like last year too. Actually, he looked worse. Because he didn't have the Flores dink and dunk system anymore that made him look at least decent. But where was the better in those games? Please, somebody tell me, where was the better in those games? My point exactly. And it clearly shows you the better is Tyreek Hill and Teron Armstead. That's the better. Because every game they weren't a factor in taking out. Why didn't our quarterback look better? My point exactly. And ain't got nothing to say now, do you? Because it's all facts what I'm telling you right now. Paul say you are a Tua hater. You're welcome. You're welcome, bro. Shout out to Kevin Lee, said 100% on TD. Look at both teams in the Super Bowl, both running quarterbacks. Miami needs a running quarterback like Lamar, and Miami will be the favorites to be in the Super Bowl. We need to move on. Tough. Let's go through all the games to a loss and replace him with Lamar to see if we would have won. That's a good exercise. That is a great exercise. He only lost 4 games, and I think just 4, because we're not counting the ones he wasn't available for. He lost them 3 straight, and he also, no matter what people want to say, we lost. He contributed in losing the Bengals game. He threw an interception in the first half, already put us down, and almost threw 2 more, but they dropped them. But I know out of them 4 games, Lamar would have had at least 3 of them, especially the Bengals game. San Francisco game, that as well. Chargers game, we would have definitely won that game. Green Bay game, that's a little tricky. I know we had the 3 picks at the end, but, I don't know. It's just one of them games where Tua was so sharp in the first 3.5 quarters in that game. I don't know. I don't know if we would have won that game. I know we wouldn't have had that massive collapse like that. But I give them 3 out of the 4. Easy. All right, I think we got one more. Jose M said we got to keep Tua on a rookie contract. Sign Jacoby or Geno. Sign Mostert, Mike Gesicki, trade Wilkins. Keep O-line as is. Invest in D. How that sounds. That's loaded. Keep Tua on a rookie contract. First of all, that just means not picking up the 5th-year option. Sign Jacoby or Geno. First of all, Geno earned the right to be a starter somewhere. Jacoby, we're not going to revisit that. That'd be crazy, right? Resign Mostert, I'm down for it. Mike G and Mike G. The Mike Gesicki thing is a little iffy. Why would I resign him when he just doesn't work under the system? He just doesn't work. Your quarterback don't get you. Mike Gesicki got the ball more when Tua got hurt than he did when Tua was on the field. Between Skyler and Teddy, Mike Gesicki actually, we knew who he was in those games. Even if it wasn't big games, at least he was a little more active. So I don't know about signing Mike G if you're keeping Tua. Let him go and be great somewhere else. He gonna end up signing with a team like Buffalo, or the Chiefs. I mean, I could see it. And winning a Super Bowl, and we're like, Mike Gesicki won a Super Bowl. Not with Buffalo, though. I can't. Oh, that'll hurt my heart. Trade Wilkins. You're not gonna trade Wilkins unless you're going after a quarterback. If you ain't going after a quarterback, we got to keep Christian Wilkins. The only sacrifice you make with Wilkins not here is if you actually going for a quarterback. Keep O-line as is. Once again, if you ain't getting another, why would you keep the O-line as is with Tua? And I do agree, invest in the defense. No, you need a great O-line. You know why? Because if Armstead get hurt, at least the other 4 can be okay, and you can just deal with the one. And you can add the double team with the tight end or a chip. No. I want the greatest O-line in the NFL if we're going to keep Tua. Because I don't want to see nothing but the best version of him. But you can't see the best version of him unless you got absolutely everything around him. I want the best version you can put around Tua if you're going to keep him. Pre-CD, these children living in a fairy tale land, making excuses for someone because they rather be right than our team be good. Yeah, well, there's a piece of it. I don't think that they rather be right. I mean, by default, they want to be right because Tua's their guy. But I don't think it's that. I just think that they're fans. And I've already explained this to y'all. There's nothing wrong with these people being fans. There's nothing wrong with these people loving on Tua. There's nothing wrong with them wanting him to be in Miami long term. It ain't nothing wrong with them wanting the team to sign him to a 2-year, $5 billion contract. That's what fans do. There's nothing wrong with that. But when we had these real conversations, I don't want to hear from them. You have every right to have your fandom and every right to sit around here and live in your delusion about somebody and be hopeful. Nothing wrong with that. But when we have a Miami Dolphin conversations about what's best for the team, stop bringing in your obvious, far-fetched, biased takes. Just in every take is just geared to make sure that he's a Miami Dolphin and he got a future in this league. That's all. That's all we ask when we having these talks. It's really for the best. We're trying to talk about what's best for the team, not Tua and you being a fan of him. Wilkins to the Texans for pick 3466. But first of all, the Texans' days are over with doing bad deals or even doing a deal with Miami probably because we finesse them so bad. But I don't like 3466. I like a solid first-round pick, even if it's a later one. I like in the first round for Christian Wilkins. It's my take. Lamar versus us this year, 21 of 29, 318, 3 touchdowns, running 9 for 119 and a TD. Can you imagine that was our QB? And that's a Lamar Jackson with the coach who got 1,000% conservative in the fourth quarter where he wouldn't allow to do nothing. Go back and watch the fourth quarter when they ain't allow him to do nothing. So basically what you're saying is he had 437 all-purpose yards and 4 all-purpose touchdowns against us. But Tua had 6 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Did Lamar not throw any picks versus us? Did we not pick him off at all? We probably didn't. We probably didn't. But listen, man. There is a piece of me in my spirit, in my soul. First of all, I got to be honest and transparent with y'all. I have lost complete confidence and faith in Chris Grier running this organization and his decision making. And I feel like pride has entered into his decision making, which is pride comes before the fall, right? That's exactly what's happening right now. Therefore, I have zero confidence in his decision making. But in my soul, it's deep down there too, in this little cupboard, in this little cubby, like tucked away, like the quantum realm. Okay, if y'all Marvel and y'all been following it, down in the quantum realm, there's this little thing that says, man, Chris Grier still got it in him to get it right. He still got it in him to get it right. Maybe he waiting on his 5th-year option because if they tender Lamar, he gonna throw them 2 picks out there and say, we gonna pay you. He gonna get them 2 first-round picks and say, we're gonna pay you. Because nobody talking about this anyway. We ain't gonna be able to afford no first-round picks for the next 2 years anyway with the contracts we about to have to sign. We ain't gonna have no money to be able to afford them first-round picks anyway. You might as well, man, I'm telling y'all now. Trade Christian Wilkins for a first and a third. Take one of them first and in the next year's first. Go get Lamar, pay him his money. Go ahead, re-sign them running backs. And let's run it back. Let's run it back. And let's see what we get. Same team, too. Same team. And you know why? People will be like, well, we need to do this in the linebacker. We need to do it. What you brought Vic Fangio over here for? This is one thing that irks me. We always talk about, these great coaches and You ain't never seen these great coaches with a subpar roster. Let me ask y'all a question. How many games do we win this year if Dieter was at center, we didn't sign Connor Williams, there was no Teron Armstead, there was no Tyreek Hill? How many games do we win this season? How many games be honest. How many games you think we win this season? No Teron Armstead. Same O-line as last year, right? No Tyreek Hill. Now you could add your Cedric Wilsons and your Sherfields. You could add your running backs that we got. You could bring all of them in, but no Connor Williams, no Teron Armstead, no Tyreek Hill. How many wins we get? How many wins we get? And Tua got hurt like he did and he was still got hurt the same way, right? How many wins you think this team get? Now, I want to hear from some of these Tua-neers. I want y'all to tell me how many wins we get. Tua got hurt, as usual. No Teron Armstead, no Tyreek Hill, no Connor Williams. No Bradley Chubb, even though it didn't matter anyway. He didn't do nothing. How many wins? Please. So you see all the answers in the comment section, right? But we walking around here better coaches. We walking around here talking about better coaches. This is what I can't stand. You automatically want to call somebody a better coach when they get everything. You bring in a new coach, you go get them the weapons and everything, and all of a sudden, better coach. But I ask you a simple question. If we didn't get them 3 players, what would this team be? And almost all of y'all had a lower record than the predecessor. Better coaches. Almost all y'all had a worse record than the predecessor, but we got genius coaches. This is why I must tell y'all, I want to go get the best defense we can possibly get. But the issue I have is you brought in the defensive guru for a reason. What, you going to go make him look good by going to pay money for better players? Or you're going to rely on him to make the defense we already got better? Which one is real coaching? Where's the real value to these coaches? Where's the real value? Out here dawning people, with him, we're going to be atop this. With him, if we're atop that, is it because of him or is it because we finna go spend some money on some of them positions? We go get Jalen Ramsey and Poyer and a top middle linebacker, and we got a top 5 defense all of a sudden, and we going to be like, oh, Fangio's a genius. This is why it's so backwards the way we be thinking. So backwards. So I'm here to tell y'all, this is why I would go get Lamar and leave his defense alone and run it back. We got Vic Fangio. He should be able, with the personnel we have, create something brilliant. This is Vic Fangio, right? Where is his value if he can't take the personnel we already have and not make it great? Then where is his value? Going to spend money and then trying to make it seem like it was him? No, let's test the value. We made him the highest paid D coordinator to make this D better. Not go sell and go buy all kind of players and stuff just like the offense did last year. McGenius, and it sucks because I like McDaniels as a person, but I'm sorry. What is there to be impressed about? The improvement was solely what you spent money on. Well, it's all right. We don't think about these small things. We just go with the masses, praising every decision the team makes. TD, you can't beat sense into Alabama fans. Well, sorry, truly thankful. It ain't just Alabama fans. There have been some Dolphin fans that have been corrupted. They have been corrupted. Oh, man. Could say the same about Flo with acquiring Byron. You could. I'm not discounting that. I am actually giving you a point and a principle here. I'm not saying Flo was any different. Not at all. But the one thing I could tell you about Brian Flores, he looked at all his personnel and he created a scheme that would work for them. He looked at, and that was offense and defense. Y'all ain't got to acknowledge it. Look at defense. I don't have organic pass rushers. Well, let me create pressure. The scheme they ran was all Brian Flores. He could have Matt Burked it, zoned it out like they try to do sometimes. And yes, he had Byron Jones. I get it. And that goes for him too. But at least under Brian Flores, we discovered the Van Ginkels of the world, who were very productive for us, even if they end up being a solidified backup. He developed the Nick Needhams of the world. And we ain't talking about half of a season playing great. We got at least 2.5, 3 years of great play from Nick Needham now, with the exception of getting hurt under Brian Flores. And it wasn't just you came in day one and you were balling. Just like your boy Trill and your boy Kohu, the moment they touched the field, they were balling. We ain't talking about that. We talking about Nick Needham, Brian Flores, Nick Needham, Brian Flores, Andrew Van Ginkel. Those type of guys, when we had that trash team and our defense couldn't stop nobody, but you saw those defensive players getting better and better and better. Nick Needham got beat. Nick Needham got beat. Nick Needham got beat. Nick Needham got beat. Oh, we tanking. Nick Needham got beat. Oh, Nick Needham finally made a little play. Nick Needham got beat. Nick Needham got beat. Nick Needham got beat. Oh, Nick Needham made a play. Nick Needham got beat. Nick Needham got beat. Oh, Nick Needham made a play. Nick Needham got beat. Oh, Nick Needham made a play. Oh, he made another play. Oh, he made another play. Oh, he got beat. Oh, he made another play. Then 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 he got beat. And then it flipped. It flipped. That's when you can notice actual development. Player development. Nick Needham ain't come in week one. Oh, he balling. No, you saw certain players getting developed real time. Real time. TD wins the roster building stream. Great question. Probably next week, right before free agency. Right before free agency. My bad on the super chats. I'm about to read them now. Forgive me. Okay. A sign of a good GM is admit when you're wrong. Tua is going to be dual threat QB according to his trainer. Is it true Walt Aikens farted in Flores' office? Man, y'all stop with this farting in people's office stuff. Y'all keep asking. But Tua's going to be a dual threat. I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, what's the other duality? What's the original one? Zach said, no, bro, trade Wilkins for Lamar. Now, that makes sense. That makes sense. You got Zach to replace Wilkins, which is just as good, and go get a Super Bowl and get a linebacker. And people don't realize that's all it'll take. Trade Christian Wilkins for a first and a third. Take that first round pick and the next first round pick and go ahead and get Lamar. But now you got an extra third, right? You still got your second rounder and the first the year after that. So that's all good. And you pay Lamar Jackson. And you go get a linebacker and run it back with the same running backs you got. If you're lucky, you can figure out how to get a team-friendly deal with Gesicki, because Lamar will use Gesicki. Lamar will use Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki might finally go to a Pro Bowl. Lamar Jackson, if he uses anybody, he will use Gesicki, because Lamar Jackson loves his tight ends. And run it back. Fangio, make this defense better. Run it back. No, Gesicki is coming to Buffalo. I ain't gonna lie, I've thought about that a million times. That's the one little piece I'm terrified of, because I could see them doing that. Hey, Mike, we got a contract for you. Come on. I could see Buffalo doing it. I really can see Buffalo being the ones doing it. Signing Mike Gesicki, going just like what was his name? Was it Charles Clay? I forgot who it was that went to Buffalo. I could see Mike Gesicki doing it and telling them all they need to know about Tua and all of them in this offense, what they're trying to do. I could see it. What picks can we get for Tua with this fourth season? honestly, you might just send him to the Ravens and get you a second round pick from them. Get a little bit of that, them 2 first you sent, go ahead and get a second back for Tua. They could use Tua for the season. And if it doesn't work out over there, then guess what? They got the assets to go get Caleb Williams. If I'm Baltimore, I'm getting rid of Lamar because you obviously ain't willing to put real receivers around him. So therefore, it is what it is. You can't ask him to run his life away and be the only one doing everything. So I would be, if I'm them, I would be going after Caleb. If I'm the Ravens, I'm positioning myself for 2024 to go after Caleb. That's what I would do. All right, cool. Let me keep it moving. All right, Michael said, what pick can we get? Oh, I already just said that. I believe a second round pick. Nobody's going to give a first round pick for Tua. I don't think so. If you can, that'd be sweet. You guys want Lamar bad. Yeah, Dolphin fans want to win. See, Lamar Jackson would take away hope and give us confidence. You see the difference there? Some people live in hope, and Tua ain't nothing but hope. Tua's nothing but hope. There ain't no assurances, ain't nothing assured about Tua Tagovailoa. His whole, everything about him is hope. We trade for Lamar, we all walk around with confidence. Talk to a Buffalo Bills fan after we trade for Lamar. What that conversation gonna be like? Let a Buffalo Bills fans tell you, y'all still ain't better than us. What that conversation gonna be like? What that you go trade for Lamar Jackson? What that conversation gonna be about? My point exactly. You keep Tua, conversation's still the same. We don't need to talk until we figure it out. That simple. T. Rich said Tua is better than Lamar. What? Hold on. What's today's date? It ain't April 1st, is it? No, we still in March. That's just T. Rich delusion. Thought you was playing April Fool's joke. All right. Almost got me there. Oh my gosh. It's that simple. Another thing that's intriguing to me, like I started this with earlier, everybody's saying you go get Lamar, you're the fastest team in the league. You're the most dynamic offense in the league. You're the best offense in the NFL. Everybody's going to be fearing everything you do. It's true. Like, we don't have to lie just to not hurt somebody's feelings. It's true. You go from hope to, man, we the fastest team in the league. Nobody gonna be able to touch us. Another thing nobody considering, Lamar won $50 million a year from Baltimore. Lamar want one of them, 6 years, $300 million contract, fully guaranteed. See, what a lot of y'all ain't thinking about is the fact that if he came to Miami, not saying it's going to happen like this, but you might get away with giving him $37 million a year for 6 years. Like 175 fully guaranteed or whatever it is. You might be able to save $15 million a year. You know why? Because you could bring him in and just say, listen, Lamar, let's just be honest here. From a tax standpoint, you're even saving money. Somebody said fully guaranteed contract. Why not? It's the Miami Dolphins. You around here doing all that other foolish stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. From a General manager standpoint, that's the only thing I don't like about the Lamar situation. I don't believe in giving any quarterback a fully guaranteed contract. He does have injury histories. I don't care if he was a previous MVP. I don't like the fully guaranteed stuff. That's what I'm against. But if you did do it, that means you're going for broke and you know that you're in a window that you want to win right now. But if you could figure out a way to not give the guarantee like that, you give them a lot of guarantees, but not fully. At least give me 1 year out, 5-year deal where the money guarantee goes through 4. Ravens trying to give a 5-year where the guarantees only stretch 3 years, like the Tyreek deal. But that's the way the NFL is going now. You got to give guaranteed money to the best, or they don't want to play for you, and some team will give you the guaranteed. And Deshaun Watson kicked it off. Deshaun Watson kicked it off. Deshaun Watson kicked it all off, and I don't think there's going to be any return. And somebody said, well, the owners are going to have to come together. Whether you want to say collusion or not, they're going to have to come together and agree. Let's not give anybody else a fully guarantee because it's screwing up the market. But that ain't going to happen because you will always have a desperate owner. When you got franchises like Houston, you got franchises, poverty franchises that gonna agree to that deal. No, we need to sell tickets. I'm gonna give a top quarterback whatever. So this is the new NFL. Deshaun Watson, yeah, he did. He changed the game and had all kind of drama surrounding him. So Lamar, that's why Lamar tweeted what he tweeted. I forgot the exact words, but it was something like, when things are bad, you just sit and chill. Don't worry, or whatever. Like, just stay calm and chill. Don't worry about it, whatever. Lamar ain't sweating at all. Lamar is sitting back. He got that, and he had all that drama. I ain't got zero drama in my whole career. And I won an MVP, and he didn't. And we've been to the playoffs. I'm getting mine. That's what Lamar's sitting back saying. So I ain't worrying about it. Ravens, this is what I want. Nothing less. Well, Lamar, how about this? Nothing less. Well, what about this? Nothing less. And the GM keep coming out talking about, well, if him not having an agent is making it rougher. No, because an agent out here compromising. Lamar is on that nothing less. Because I done already talked to 2-3 teams that done tamper with me, that ain't none of your business, that's ready. Nothing less. Nothing less. And Lord knows, I just pray that the Miami Dolphins one of them tampering teams. Oh, boy, I just pray. Just get it rightly wrong the right way one time. Do something wrong right one time. Oh my gosh. Miami Dolphins, do something wrong right just once. Oh my gosh. Don't get caught just once. Please. Let this be it. Let y'all have already had the conversation. The plan is in place, and y'all just waiting on the Ravens. You just waiting on the Ravens, just sitting back waiting. Nah, we ain't extending the 5th year yet. We'll wait till May 1st, but we just waiting on the Ravens. Oh my gosh. Lamar is literally playing hardball with them and said nothing less. Fully guaranteed in this amount, nothing less. You keep it, and then you keep coming back with this injury clause. Nope, nothing less. Nothing less. Hey, mama girl. Let me see her. Hold on. Whee! Nothing less, mama girl. Nothing less. Oh boy. She is having a rough time. She teething now. Hey, don't be grabbing all my stuff, okay? Don't be grabbing all my stuff. Oh my gosh. Dolphins, do something wrong right for the first time. Okay, man. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like I said, somewhere in my soul, down in the quantum realm, I got faith that the Dolphins are doing the right thing here, and something huge is coming. But man, as I'm in the real world and reality, I have zero faith in them right now. I have zero faith in them to make the right decision. Zero faith. Oh. TD, what's up with Buffalo DC sitting out a year? I have no clue. I really haven't followed it. I heard about it. It is what it is. I hope it makes them worse. It's that simple. I just hope it makes Buffalo worse. So time will tell. We'll see. I'm just tired of the Dolphins trying to chase Buffalo. And that I told y'all, just like Buffalo been chasing the Chiefs so long, and they keep getting knocked off by a non-Chief team. They were chasing the Chiefs 2 years ago, Tennessee just destroying them every chance they get. They chasing the Chiefs this year, the Bengals. I don't want to be chasing Buffalo. I want to chase the AFC. I want to chase the AFC, not Buffalo, not the Chiefs. Chase the AFC. How do you do that? You go get the best version of this team you possibly can. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't care how much you love Tua, hate Lamar. Lamar will give you the best chance to win. And a commentator made a good point too. Concussions were up 15 or 45, I forgot, but they were up significantly this year. Not because there were more. It's just that the scope of concussions broadened this year. Things that they used to say, oh, a little bang, bang, he all right. Now you got to be in concussion protocol. Now you got to miss possibly 2-3 weeks. And they brought up a good point. Nobody's talking about the fact that if Tua does have another concussion, there you are, another 2, 3, even maybe even 4 for him weeks. You without your starting quarterback. This ain't a sprained ankle. You could either play through or miss 1 week. Something as simple as not as simple, but something like a concussion now. You're going to miss significant time now. And 2 games is already significant in the NFL. So here we are trying to fall better to hope we have no concussions, and we're not even talking about regular injuries. People also forget Tua Tagovailoa was on the injury report 3 times this year, non-concussion. He was injured at one point and then got a concussion. Nobody talks about that. Even though he was limited, still looked like he was going to try to play through him. Yeah, mama. It's just too risky for me. Tua's very next injury, it could be an ankle. It could be something that a really high ankle, anything that can keep him out 1 game. That's it. This is what people need to realize. It ain't just the concussions. Fractured ribs, back issues. Nobody talking about, oh, he wasn't concussed. The team said it was his back. He had a back injury this year then. It's tough, man. And I know Lamar has injuries too, but you can't ignore the fact that Tua Tagovailoa hadn't been healthy since 2018. 5 years, y'all. Everybody, will Lamar get hurt too? Yeah, but Tua been hurt since 2018. Tua ain't had a healthy season since 2018. What year do you think Lamar loses his mobility? Tends to happen to all mobile QBs. I love if he was with us, though. I think he's got a few more. I disagree. Let me ask you a question. What mobile QBs are you talking about lost their mobility? I know what you're talking about, but I want to hear it from you because it's interesting. Matter of fact, I'll just jump into it and I'll assume you're talking about guys like Aaron Rodgers, the mobile guys like that and stuff. Let's get something straight. Lamar's mobility is different than an Aaron Rodgers mobility. Those aren't even close to being the same two mobilities. Lamar has that rare, explosive, agile mobility, shifty, swifty, fast mobility. We're not talking about the Cam Newtons who get out of trouble using their body and can run. We're not talking about the Josh Allens who can run. Lamar's mobility is totally different. It's the Kyler Murray movement. It's the Lamar movement. It's a different movement that also has speed. And as long as he stays healthy and he continues to train, he will have that for a long time. You're not losing your shiftiness as a young man until you probably over 34 years old, 35. Thank you. That's a better way of putting it, truly. Down south mobility. Lamar don't have no Josh Allen mobility. Lamar got explosive mobility. And the worst case scenario for guys like that is they turn into the Josh Allen mobility, which is still good. Michael Vick was an old man and still getting it. You don't lose that mobility. That's a rare mobility. It ain't the same as the Patrick Mahomes mobility. It ain't the same as Josh Allen. Totally different. Totally different. Yeah. You coughing? Hey. Oh, that was a burp. That was your burp. That was your burp, mama girl. Yeah. Yeah, mama got your burp. Uh-oh, don't give it to me. Yeah, say hi. Say hi. Oh, you might be sleepy. But yeah, I'm sorry. It's totally different. Y'all don't recognize that Lamar's mobility is different than Patrick Mahomes' mobility. It's not the same. It's a different style of mobility. If truth be told, Patrick Mahomes is just extension of a play and can run forward past the line of scrimmage and get a little something. Josh Allen bulldozing. Josh Allen's like the LeBron, the bulldozer, and can run. That ain't speed. I mean, them guys ain't out there speed demon in it. It's totally different mobility. He's not going to lose it. Just put it like that. And the worst version of it 10 years from now is going to turn into the Mahomes and Josh Allen. The worst version of it. Okay? You don't lose that. Yeah, mama girl. TD, what you're gonna do when we extend Tua? Look at the extension, break it down, tell you my thoughts about it, tell you if it's a good idea, a bad idea. Was the deal a good one? Was it a bad one? What it means for the Dolphins in our long term, what we should look forward to, what we should be concerned about, what we're hopeful for. And if it doesn't work, this is what you can expect. That's all. It's that simple. I mean, y'all make it seem like, oh, when we extend Tua, you need to go hide in the closet. Why? I report everything the Dolphins do and give you my opinion on it. That's it. I can't control it. I can't control them. It's no different from people asking me, what are you going to do if next year Tua wins MVP in the Super Bowl? Praise him. Advocate for a trophy bigger than Dan Marino's in front of the stadium. Ask the Miami Dolphins to renegotiate his deal and give him 5 times more money. And so forth and so on. I don't know why, not you, but people have this mentality like if we do anything with Tua and he stays, it's a one-up on TD. I mean, am I that worked up in your brain about Tua? Like, man, what I do is very simple. Talk about what the team does and give you my thoughts. You don't have to like the thoughts, but that's all I do. That's all I do. Good luck, Dolphins. Chiefs Kingdom running it back. Thanks for our rookie class this year. Help get it done. Chiefs Kingdom, Mahomes MVP. Yeah, I can't wait to see what those draft picks turn out to for what we got with Tyreek. TD, you know you hate Tua. Stop trying to tell another grown man what he knows. I'll tell you, I love Tua. I hate his play sometimes. I hate his inconsistency sometimes. As a man, Tua is the face of what you should be. Well, I mean, I think you want a little bit more swag, but that's neither here nor there. But Tua's a great guy. Tua's a great guy. He seems innocent. I know he got a little fiery side to him that nobody really talk about, but that's what gives him good balance. I like it. He's a great guy. But when we talk about this football stuff, I don't believe in his long term. I never have. And I've always been willing to believe in his long term, but he got to give me something to believe in. It's that simple. It is that simple. What's up? All right. I was trying to wait. But if you want it now, I'll give it to you now. I was trying to wait until 2 o'clock. Here you go. There get your bottle. Okay. Lord. Anyway, did we hit our hour yet? Man, we over an hour. Hey, mama. All right, you're going to talk to people. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do? Say hi. I love you, mama. Get this off. Mama going to be mad at me, but you all good. Oh, boy. Tua got to go through one full season before anyone hands him a bag. Well, that may not happen. Okay, he might get the bag anyway. That's why I feel like it's irresponsible. What do I need to see from Tua to believe in him long term? I need to see Tua play at a high level consistently for a full season and stay healthy. And when I say play at a high level, believe it or not, you don't even have to be Lions, Bears, and Browns. If Lions, Bears, and Browns is the 10 out of 10, all you got to be is the 8 out of 5 on a consistent basis. I'm not asking you to be mistake-free, but I want to see in 17 games, 10 games where you play at an absolute high level. 10 games. But I also, outside of those 10 games, them other 7, those 7 can't be train wrecks. You can get 1 train wreck a year, maybe 2, depending on the circumstance. But you can't have train wrecks. You can't have 3 picks in the 4th when the game on the line. You can't have the San Francisco. You can't have the Chargers. You can't have the Pittsburgh Steelers game. Your average mediocre games need to be Houston. It needs to be the first Buffalo game. And I know I would believe long term in Tua, but we got to see that. People really out here talking about when he's healthy, he's lights out. He played at a very high level all year. When did you stop watching? Week 8, 9? Somebody played at a high level all year. Hey, what game is you watching? But time will tell. It always does. Just like the sports shirt say. TD Sports Talk. Time always tells, baby. Time always tells. All right. Anyway, man, Just wanted to talk about the media keep pushing the Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson, the Miami narrative. I'm going to be honest with you. There could be possibilities where something like that happens. I just don't see it. Remember, it's in the quantum realm. Here in our universe, in reality, I don't see it. Time always tell. Thank y'all for tuning in to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We'll try to come back later, have a good conversation. I love y'all so much. Appreciate y'all. Nothing without y'all. Fans up no matter what. Hit that like button on your way out. It's your boy TD. I'm out. Peace.